Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off of bye week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will put it away to start the game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Cornhuskers' offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He's going to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Holding, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
The Huskers decide to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense has the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? Now, if I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
I mean, it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talk.
Speeding down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking for space. It's Mendez. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Good job on defense getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badger.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That's a good-looking run right there. And I'll tell you, the quarterback running the option, that's a play that would make Tom Osborne, the old great Nebraska head coach, proud. Great job decision-making to keep the football, and then once he keeps it, look at the speed. Look at the moves this guy has. It's remarkable. He is a weapon, but this defense has to find a way to slow down.
With jet sweep pass. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I tell you what, as that ball's starting to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Second down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Harbor. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Hummer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The snap sets up the throw. Firing to the right, complete. Strong, firm tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Complete downfield. Afterburner's coming. At the 20. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
On the option. On the move at the 30. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First down to start the drive after the break. On the ground, it's Mendez. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Gets it out fast. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Badgers have their offense in high gear. He wants to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Now they'll run the draw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Badgers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The option look. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. This Husker running attack will hit you from all angles. You never know who's going to get it next.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing that hat game on the stadium jumbotron. Like, where's the ball underneath which hat that's going to move around? Always a lot of deception with this Cornhusker offense.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Dropping back, it's Harbor. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend, but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down for this offense. To the air. It's Harbor. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But you think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf. They are up by 7 over Stanford. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's right on target. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a first down. New set of downs after that completion. On the run, it's Mendez. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Mendez. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Get as far as you can and then get down. Don't take that hit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Back to pass, it's Harbor. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He'll try to do it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
They're working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Clowney.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Finds his tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. This will likely be the last play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions.
Running toward the tape. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. The roar of the crowd to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch called for and made. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On the play fake on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Grab near the marker, it's Mendez. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. A 1st down for the offense. Got his man quickly. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the 1st down. And the Badgers have this offense rolling. They'll throw it from the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was weak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll return it. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Running to the left. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Harbor. Coming after it. He's got it down the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He wants to pass it on second down. Pulls it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Badgers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They're trying to get to it. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Harbor. Feelings going deep. And it's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Huskers. A great catch and run for 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Makes the grab on the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Steps away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes the connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He makes the catch. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. It's loose. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the stomping has commenced. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
42, Wisconsin, 14.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
The aerial assault continues. He's got his man, makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Using his feet to buy time. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mendez. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Power football with the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock, and we got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.